This is the story of a boy who disappeared without a clear trace and without a clear ending. His name is Timmothy Pitzen. Before everything that followed, his life looked ordinary. He was a young boy growing up in Illinois. To the people around him, he was known as energetic, playful, and full of curiosity. The kind of child who could turn small moments into something meaningful. He had parents who were present in his life, a home that, from the outside, did not raise immediate concern. And like many children his age, his days were built around simple routines: school in the morning, familiar faces, a structure that felt safe. On the morning everything began. Nothing seemed out of place. His father dropped him off at school, just like he had done before. There was no sign that this would be the last normal moment they would share. No indication that this goodbye would become something permanent. At some point during that day, his mother arrived at the school. She signed him out early. She told the staff there was a family emergency. There was no panic in her voice, no visible distress, just a quiet explanation. That did not raise alarm, and just like that, Timothy left the school with her. From there, they traveled. Not in a way that immediately felt alarming. They went to places that, on the surface, looked almost like a short getaway. A zoo, water parks, hotels, moments that, if seen in isolation, could be mistaken for something normal, even comforting. And in some of the images from that time, Timothy appeared calm. He did not look afraid. He did not look distressed. If anything, he looked like a child spending time with his mother. And that is what makes this story so difficult to fully understand. Because the warning signs were not obvious. There was no clear moment where everything visibly shifted. No single scene that explained what was coming. For a brief period, it looked like time being shared. But then, the story changed. Days later, his mother was found dead in a hotel room. Alone. There were no signs of a struggle, no immediate answers waiting at the scene. Only silence. And something else. A note. And in that note were words that would define the mystery. She said her son was safe, that he was with people who would care for him, that he would be loved, but also that he would not be found. Those words created something harder than certainty, because they leave space for both hope and doubt. Safe. Where? With who? And why did it have to end like this? Authorities began searching. They followed every lead, checked every possibility. They traced movements, reviewed records, spoke to anyone who might have seen something. But the trail stopped. And beyond that point, there was nothing solid to hold on to. No confirmed sightings, no clear direction, just the absence of a child who should have been found. Over the years, there have been moments that seemed like they might change everything. A report, a possible sighting, a claim. Each time, hope returned. Briefly, and each time, it faded again. Because none of those moments led to a real answer, and so the case remained open, but unresolved. And that is where the weight of this story lives, not only in what happened, but in what never followed. Because somewhere, there is an answer, a truth that exists beyond the silence, a truth that explains where a young boy went after leaving school one day and never returning. For his family, that absence is not just a mystery, it is something that lingers in unanswered questions, in memories without closure, in the quiet space left behind by someone who should still be there. And maybe that is what makes this story so difficult to let go of. Not because it is loud, but because it is unfinished, because it leaves behind a question that does not fade with time. What really happened to Timmothy Pitzen? And maybe, somewhere out there, the truth still exists, waiting to be found. If you want more stories like this, stories that stay with you. Subscribe to BAFTOS